it's Gadget Pendragon here, and I've been a little debacled and everything because I haven't been able to go to conventions, but I had to come down here for training. And have any of you heard of this book called The Secret? Not the one with the little rose on it, but The Secret by BYRON Priesss, the one that 1982 that they buried 12 casts around New York City, Houston, Texas, all this other stuff and everything. Well, if you're hearing the noises around me, there's a line in the New York poem that says, whirling cars about. And right here, the cars are about, whirling around. And there's also a couple of V's and everything. So if any of you are following and have the book The Secret, I could take you on a quick journey right now before I have to go in for training for my job and everything. And I'm hoping that this will help some people and everything. I have pictures because I have the poem. I mean, I can read you guys the poem. I'm just trying not to freeze here and everything. But I want you guys to hear what's around me. Because in the poem it said, I'm trying to make sure I get the poem right. That's why I got to pull it out. I should have had it ready, but I didn't think I was going to do this because I got down here early because of trains and everything. But you see the winds whirl, get it? I'm freezing. And this is live. Okay? So anybody who's following The Secret, yeah. Give me 1 second, put my backpack back on. Okay. So, the poem goes, in the shadow of the gray giant, find the arm that extends over the slender path in summer. You'll often hear whirring sounds, cars about. Although the sign nearby speaks of Indy's native, the natives still speak of him, of hard word in 3 volumes. Take twice as many steps east as the hour or more. From the middle of one branch of the V, look down and see in simple roots, in rhapsodic man's soil, or gaze north toward the isle, meaning I-S-L-E, of B. Now, in my research down here, while I'm going for training, I said, let me just, because I have a view pointage and everything and stuff, and I'm trying to help the guys out on the Facebook page and everything. So you got the line, and I'm trying to, because I have to be in the place by 9:30, and this might be going on YouTube also and everything. But it says, you'll often hear, the wind is bad, you'll often hear a whirring sound, cars about. Well, you have the Battery Tunnel, which is here. And there's also a clock over there. I'm also going to go the long way because my job training is right over that little bridge there. So, but I'm going to take the long way around because I want to show you some of the V's. Because it says, from the middle of one branch of the V, look down. But in the shadow of the Great Giant. Now, behind me is also very interesting because the Great Giant used to be the Twin Towers. And they were right here behind me. And there's a spot you can see it better when I get around where I'm going to show you. Alright, so I'm going to switch the camera and explain because there's a V over here with a slender path and everything. So let me switch the camera and take the long way around. Alright, so we're here, we get off Rector Street, right? Here's the Battery Tunnel, and the cars are whirring around, right? We're over here by Elizabeth Burza Plaza, right? Okay, so you're at Morris and Greenwich, right? Now, see this V that's here? Okay, there's a slender path, but also look up. See that window? See cars whirling about? See, I just gotta go over that bridge to go to work, but I can take a quick circle around here. Alright, so I'm gonna take this path, which is a slender path. Alright, but you got that window, and then you see in front of me there's a window, right? So on this path, see the cars coming down and stuff? But I'm trying to get you to see this real quick. We're coming to another window with a certain character on it. Alright, so following this slender path down, okay, you see we're coming up to another window and it has something adorned on it. And you notice that these windows here, if it wasn't for the scaffolding, see what I mean? Look up there. there is this window here that I wanted you guys to see, because it's also here. And you see, it's adorned, right? But it's the window. Now, many of you think it's the window in the painting. But then if you come over here and look at these windows, okay, do you see like an eagle? Okay. Okay. And then look where I'm at. I'm at the other V, where the bull is. And that building speaks of Indies natives, which is the Indian Museum, but it was moved here in '94. Alright? Because, like I said, my job's just right around there. So, you can walk, pick a path, the slender path of this V. Right? But also, if I'm right, let's see if you can see it. Yeah, I gotta cross the street. But there is a steeple with 4 arches over by another slender path, I think, if we're by Exchange Street, which would take you too far from where you need to go. So, if you're walking this way of the V, you're too far from it, but I wanted you to see the building with the 4 towers. It's over here. It should be, unless it's on the next block, but see what I mean? You've gone too far if you go this way because there's nothing over here. Okay? But that would also be in the shadow of the Gray Giant, right? But basically, we're going to stay on this side, trying not to get killed. Okay? Alright, so, like I said, if you're following the book The Secret, right? So, coming out that way, you end up at that V, which, if you take the slender path of that V, you end up at the park, which is why I said I was taking the other way around. And then there's also Exchange Street, which is very tiny. It's like a trap street. But, see, coming from Rector, from down there, you're coming up a slender path to another V, which has the bull. And I'll show you on the picture where the bull is. Okay? So, you come to the V, you can either go down that way, which I've been down that way, and it's just Dwayne Reed and all other stuff, right? Or you could take this path, right? Past Cipriani, all the other stuff, right? Bull, okay? Which is that park. But right in front of it is the Indian Museum, which speaks of Indies natives. Okay? So, going down this path to the V, plus I have to get to work. Okay? You're passing this building, so if anybody wants this to help them and everything. Okay? Giant. Okay? So, this building over here speaks of Indies natives, or Native American Indians. Right? And as you go down this slender path, you end up by the park. Okay? And I'm checking my time to make sure. I'm doing this on my public page so that everybody can partake in this. But I needed to show you something over here. Because if the bus didn't get in my way, also take the Bowling Green station. And I'm also going to highlight some signs for you guys. Okay. Just showing you guys this and everything so you can see what was here. But also, you can see that on each of these statues, don't copyright me, this is public art. Don't censor, whatever. But we have the lion, the woman, facing Egypt, right? And we have the other statues down here, right? But if you look straight up, that looks like an arm, right? So, it says in the shadow of the great giant, right? Find the arm that extends over the slender path. Well, that would be an arm because trying not to be late for work, which is bad because I hate the circle. Okay, remember we got V's over there, all this other stuff, right? Okay. When you see that monument over there, I'm going to show you some stuff on it, but that looks like a slender arm over a path. And this is a path. This is a narrow path. Okay? And it says, you often hear a whirring sound cars about. Well, here's the whirring sounds. It's not whirling, it's whirring, which is this noise. And it says, although the sign nearby speaks of Indies natives, the natives will speak of him in hard work. Okay? So, you walk over here to the slender path, right? You got that over there, you got that and everything. You come to Battery Park. But before I go show you that, you know what? Let me show you this, because before I show you something else. Okay? Here's the Battery. Alright? And this is for you guys. Okay? Park rules. Here's what the Battery, and there's another V. And there's a V. Okay? But you've got Plaza, which is another spot that it could be. Because you see there's a V right there. Okay, guys? So I was trying to tell everybody. There's a V there. This is the guy that negotiated with the Indies natives to get Manhattan. You have a V there. You have a V there. I'm standing here at the park by a slender path, and it's an oval. But if you look at the park, it has basically another V right there. Alright, and that looks like a baseball field because there's the home mound. Alright, guys? And there's the slender arm over the path. Okay, there's that. Or guys, if you're standing where I'm standing and everything, you'll see something behind me if I stand in the right spot, because I should be able to do it. There's basically a see, like a shadowing effect over there, but wait, it gets better. You come up to this statue, and what do I see but our famous little lion in the picture? I don't know if you can see it right now, but there's the lion. Okay, because the sun's not hitting right now, but you can see the lion right there. Okay, and then you see all the symbols, and on this date, okay, because you remember we got the Indian Museum over here, but that wasn't there in '82. But then you have this, which is Native American with, I cannot pronounce his name, buying Manhattan. And in testimony, and then you have the stars up there with the bars. And then you have the beavers with the crossing and the X. Okay. But this is what I've been trying to see. I can't see what this is because it's weathered away. But there's the line there. But then, as you're walking, right? So it said, in the shadow of the great giant, find the arm, right? I still tell you, that guy, that's a slender arm, okay? You get to the corner over here, at this point of the park, where you're at Greenwich, right? You're at Greenwich and Battery, sorry guys. Greenwich and Battery, okay? And then you start seeing more giants, right? Now, this is the park fully. So if you had walked that slender path there, you'd end up over here. But my thing is this. Guys. In the shadow of the great giant, find the arm, right? Well, that's where World Trade was. Where that tower is, right? And you see that V I have there behind me with the signs? That would have been the great giants right there. And they would have looked directly, the great giants would look directly into here. So it would be that path. And here's the funny part about this path, okay? Because, before I show you this, there is this sign with a slender arm, okay, telling you to go this way. Okay? Now this path wasn't here before, but that would be the path, right? So, okay. So you have the gray giants and everything. You have the park behind me. All right, let me flip this back. So that's where the gray giants were, and they would reflect into the park. So as you come over here, right, you see that there are more things showing. But here's another thing. This is a better example. This is the Battery Oval, right? I'm standing there. Once again, you have a V there. You have a V there. You have another V. There should be one on Exchange Street. There's the bowl. You have Trinity Church, but look at Trinity Church. All right? Now that could be a clue because it says natives speak of him, hard words in 3 volumes, right? And everyone's looking for these towers. Now, I have a picture of Trinity Church. Okay, you have the Federal, okay? There's another V. There are a lot of V's and everything. But the most got me was there and the one I showed you before. But then even more, trying to make sure I'm not late for work. There was this, the glory of God. Okay, I don't know if this was here back in 82, but you would walk that path over there. But here's the fun part as you're walking this path, okay? Because I have to be in that building, so I have to go across. But I'm gonna, right? Because I can't get down there. You see all the construction that's down there, so I can't get down there. But I wanted you guys to see this because this, if you walk down the slender path. Okay, presented to the city, right? Okay, but look what's there. Our favorite lion, right? Which means it could be over there. It could be even here. And this tree too, if you look at the tree, right? But I'm also thinking we're reading into this too much. But this is what I want to show you guys too. Now, my thing is this. With the poem and everything, Rhapsonic Man, so Bradley Park was also had a wheat field and a beach, and was also considered an island in my research, okay? There are many things about Battery Park that many don't know. And I know I have to cut this short because I have to get in, because I think, let me see what time it is. Oh no, I'm going to do this. Let me see if I can flip this real quick. Maybe you guys can spot something. Considered a letter number. So basically, each section of here could have been, the aisle would be, could have been that. But then someone told me it could be also basically a library. It could be something, you know. We've been figuring out everything, but so far the only thing I can think of